besties, it's Annie, your Bookish Chaos coordinator, and welcome back to another week of reading with me. This week we're slowing it down, we're living the slow life, we're taking it chill because I thought it would be really fun to bring you guys along for a full week of just hanging out. Think books, think baking, think bullet journaling, and we'll throw in a little bit of arts and crafts there for good measure. We're just taking it slow, but of course I am going to be inserting my usual amount of chaotic energy. So grab a cup of tea, grab a comfy seat, and let's have a chill week together. So the books that I am currently reading at the moment is I've got A Court of Silver Flames by SJM, and I'm actually doing this on audiobook. I've got a book club with my friends tonight and I need to get to the end of part 1, which is chapter 20 something, and I'm currently in the middle of chapter 10, so I've got to do some listening today. But I've also got Strung Along by Cowan on my Kindle. I'm about 50% of the way through this, and honestly I'm just like really loving the small town cowboy country singer kind of vibes. Like, it's cute, it's cozy, and I'm kind of here for it. Also this week I do need to start preparing my bullet journal for March. I have not done my cover spread, I've not done any preparations, so we've got a whole bunch of blank pages that we need to get sorted this week so your girlie can start prepping. I've got some cookie mix downstairs, it is in the fridge chilling before I can cook it a little bit later, so we're going to be having a little bit of a taste test on those cookies. Like, you know when you just like start making a cookie batch and you're like, this is a good batch. Now almost guaranteed we're going to be reading other books this week, but I've got quite a big TBR and I'm kind of leaning into the mood reading at the moment, so we'll figure that out when we get there. But I think this is going to be a really fun week. We're just going to take it slow, take it chill, and just have a really fun time. But I really need to get plugged into my audiobook because the time to book club is ticking on down and I really need to catch up. Okay, so I just finished icing the cookies. I feel like where they're like really gooey in the middle, they've kind of sunk a little bit, so they kind of look a little bit like weird donuts. I'm not that mad about it. Honestly, I made way too much icing. I still have like half of the piping bag full of icing and I've got no idea what I'm meant to do with it now. Let's taste test. Are these cookies good? Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't put too much icing on these, otherwise you literally wouldn't taste the cookie underneath the icing, but these are so good. Now I just have to stop myself from eating the whole lot and actually take them into work tomorrow. Oh look, it's me, dead. Good morning, besties. So I finished Strung Along last night and I rated it 3.5 stars. I did really enjoy it actually. There was a little bit kind of like in the middle where I was like, ew, like I'm not really super invested in that little bit in the middle. There was like a big thing that I was expecting to happen. It didn't happen, which was a bit of a letdown. And then I kind of took like 20% to be like, I kind of don't really care. But honestly, like it was pretty satisfying by the end. I did enjoy it. I liked them as characters. They basically end up having two conversations with each other. They've got one where they're having an in-person conversation and one where they're having a continued text conversation. As they kind of start to work out, I was so excited for this like big grand reveal, this like big whole thing that was gonna like come of it, and maybe like a little bit of an argument of like, if you knew first, why didn't you say, kind of thing. And it was just like a little bit anticlimactic, and I'm not gonna go into like all the details. It was just a little bit anticlimactic. I was kind of sad about it. And it was like right after that where I was like, okay, this is kind of boring. They were not even really playing house, but also like kind of playing house. There was like enough in this that I was like, oh, that's so cute. Like that's such like a rich guy thing to do, or like, you know, that's such like a cowboy thing to do. I think because he was like kind of towing the line between the rich guy boyfriend and the cowboy boyfriend, and I was like, I'm kind of here for it. It's a vibe and I kind of like it. But we are going to be starting Original Sinner by Kait Ballenger. I did get this as an ARC, so thank you NetGalley for that. I'm kind of excited because the premise of this sounds pretty good. It's kind of similar to the Anna Huang Kings of Sin series, because you've got 7 deadly sins in New York. They're like higher profile billionaires. So you've got Lust runs brothels, Sloth's a media manager. You get the picture. Pride is more mysterious. Basically, it's kind of like a workplace romance. I think she works for him. I don't think they work necessarily directly together. So when someone publishes my seething but private rant about him, they eat it up, and now my job is on the line. After all, he is my boss. Blah blah blah. And he's like, oh, you now have to play my fiance so that we can like fix this PR nightmare. So we can kind of see where this is going. I really quite like the cover art for this. It's kind of a vibe. Other than that, I don't really have a huge amount of plans for today, apart from maybe we're going on a walk, and then I don't quite know what I'm doing in the evening. I should probably paint my nails because they're starting to chip. I feel like we need a fresh mani. That's about as far as my brain process has got at 8 AM in the morning. Good morning, besties. I had such a chill evening last night and it was what I really needed. I ended up just refreshing the mani with this beautiful new deep purple linear hollow. That was about as far as I got. I watched a couple of YouTube videos, watched the first episode of Kardashians. You know I'm gonna be nosing in on that. Even though I have literally no interest outside of the program, I'm gonna be nosing on the program. That was literally all I did last night. And honestly, it was great. My head kind of needed that. Through the day, I did get started on Original Sinner by Kait Ballenger, so I'm up to chapter 4. There's a few things going on. I'm kind of interested. I'm gonna reserve my judgment just yet, but this is the arc I was telling you guys about, and I'm kind of intrigued. So I'm only about 8% of the way in at the moment, but I do have a busy evening because we are playing games again tonight. We've got TTRPG, we're playing Pathfinder, which is basically Dungeons & Dragons for those of you who don't know what that is. But basically, we're playing some games tonight and we're being silly characters, and it's gonna be a wonderful time, and it's always really good fun. Which is about 44% of the way through, and we're like kind of finally starting to get into the meat of this story. I'm kind of enjoying myself. There's like a few little bits. I feel like it's not meant to be funny at times, but it's kind of funny at times because Lucifer in this reminds me of like the TV program Lucifer. Like 1 minute he's being like super scary, super broody, and then like in the next breath he's like book bestie, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of here for that. I'm kind of here for that narrative, that kind of like character voice. Like I really love it. Like it's silly. And then we've just been introduced to the main designer. She's had like her full makeover. It wasn't like a full like let's do like a cinematic kind of makeover, which I'm like, I would have loved that, but I don't think it would have fit the story. As much as I would have loved it, it wouldn't have fit the story. So I'm like, okay, fair. The main designer guy reminds me of, who is the designer guy in Hunger Games? Because he's literally described exactly the same. What's his name? Who was the designer character in the Hunger Games?
In the Hunger Games series, the character who serves as a designer and stylist for the tributes is Cinna.
Him. He's like described exactly the same, and I'm like, there is no difference. Like they are the same exact person. The way he talks, like he only has like a couple of lines, but like just like the way he talks gives like very much the same vibes. I'm kind of here for it. It's kind of a vibe. I'm kind of gutted that I don't have the beautiful cover on the arc that is on the Goodreads page for this, because it's actually a really pretty cover. So I'm kind of sad I don't have that. Also, I have some more diamond painting supplies arriving today, so I'm probably not going to do that until a little bit later when that arrives, because the little like cheap plasticky pen thing that they give you gave me such bad hand cramp last night. Like I didn't even do that much last night, but I got really bad hand cramp. Like, okay, granted, not as bad as when I was doing the cookies on Monday. And then I feel like I'm a little bit late to the game, but I started watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I'm kind of here for it. It's a vibe, it's drama, it's sassy. I'm like, okay, I'm not really a cause drama kind of person, but I will happily watch everyone else cause drama. Okay, you guys, let me explain the situation that I've been working with in regards to my diamond painting. So I've got all of these like little bags and this like pot full of the little diamonds for this really big one that I've got, which is currently downstairs because I've got nowhere to actually put the thingies on. Like I've got nowhere that's big enough where I can like lay it out. Like this is like the biggest size they did. It's huge. I don't know why I have the biggest size. I don't know why I asked for the biggest size. It's absolutely astronomical. These little things that they give you with the basic kits literally hurt so bad. Like this goes sliding around all the time, and like this is just like not very nice to like hold and use for long periods of time. So I decided I was gonna get myself a proper thingy that's actually like really nice and easy to hold. It's double-ended, so I can have like the big fat ones or the little ones, and it's got like all of the different sizes. I'm really, really excited for this. But the big thing that I wanted to talk about is I got myself one of these to actually organize all of this, because having it all in these little bags is like fine for like transporting it, but when I'm trying to find stuff, it's a nightmare. So I picked up one of these so I can put the labels on, and we've then got like, they're basically like Tic Tac boxes, so I can just like actually have everything organized, see what we're working with, see what we're rolling with, do it a little bit more constructively and efficiently and productively, and I'm really excited. So I'm gonna start decanting all of these ones, the square ones that I've got for my canvas downstairs, as well as all of these circular ones that are over here for the coasters that we've got, which I started doing last night and I'm really, really enjoying. I think because they're like short and sweet, they're almost a little bit more satisfying. So let's get working on that. guys, it is 7:30 at night on Sunday and I realised I haven't filmed at all today because I have just been absolutely focused in on my tasks and getting everything done before the end of the week and starting to prep for next week. So I have been so productive today. I was so productive yesterday, and actually, as much as this was meant to be a chill week, I actually got a lot of stuff done, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I will give myself a little pat on the back for that one. But thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. This has been so much fun. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this like super chill, just like a week in my life, a week of cozy chaos with me. Like, let me know and I will do more of these. This has been so much fun. I'm actually editing this video like right now so I can get it up and ready for you guys. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. All of my links are in the description below. Do go check those out. Be hot on that reading tea with my Goodreads and my Fable, and have a cozy chaos reading day, and I hope your next read is a 5-star. I will see you guys next time. Bye.